Good evening, and welcome to Cocktails and Literature. My name is Justin, and tonight we're going to talk about F. Scott Fitzgerald's debut novel, This Side of Paradise, published in 1920. I'm going to read you a little excerpt from Chapter 2 of Book 2, which is titled Experiments in Convalescence. Here we find Amory Blaine, our protagonist and mirror to F. Scott Fitzgerald himself, at the Knickerbocker Bar. He is chanced upon by someone who comes up behind him. Well, Amory. It was someone he had known at Princeton. He had no idea of the name. "Hello, old boy," he heard himself saying. "Name's Jim Wilson. You've forgotten." "Sure, you bet, Jim. I remember." "Going to the reunion? You know." Simultaneously, he realized that he was not going to the reunion. "Get overseas?" Amory nodded, eyes staring oddly. Stepping back to let someone pass, he knocked over a dish of olives and let it crash to the floor. "Too bad," he muttered. "Have a drink?" Wilson, ponderously diplomatic, reached over and slapped him on the back. "You've had plenty, old boy." Amory eyed him dumbly until Wilson grew embarrassed under the scrutiny. "Plenty hell," said Amory finally. "I haven't had a drink today." Wilson looked incredulous. "Have a drink or not?" cried Amory rudely. Together, they sought the bar. "Rye high." "I'll just take a Bronx." Wilson had another. Amory had several more. A Bronx. One of the 5 cocktails named after the 5 boroughs of New York. The Manhattan, probably be the most famous there. The Queens, Brooklyn, Staten Island, and of course, the Bronx. Now, Bronx is essentially just a perfect martini with a little bit of orange juice added in for good measure. Perfect means you're going to do an even amount of both sweet and dry vermouth. So we're going to do 2 ounces of gin. And then a little sweet vermouth. I'm going to do 3/4 ounce of this. Dry vermouth, same exact ratio, 3/4 ounce as well. And then a little 1/2 ounce splash of orange juice. I like little orange bitters in my Bronx. I like it in my gin martinis as well when I make them perfect, just because I add a little extra kick to settle the stomach. I like the flavor that the bitters impart as well. We're going to take this and put it in our shaker, add some ice cubes. I'm going to take this. Pour into our martini glass. So again, to reiterate, gin, equal parts of sweet and dry vermouth, a couple of dashes of bitters, if you choose to, like I do, and a splash of orange juice. I'm going to finish this off. Little orange zest peel. Then a nice little twist. And there you have it. The Bronx. This Side of Paradise by F. Scott Fitzgerald, his very first novel, 1920. Read it. Enjoy it. Enjoy the cocktail. Salud. Cheers.